Okay, well, Lucifer here, I'm back again. Some people might wonder, well, I mean, I don't think anyone's actually wondering, save for maybe the couple of people that occasionally browse my videos, but why I've been making so many vlogs recently. And the reason as to why that is because my mic is fucked, okay? So, you know, I would be making other videos otherwise, but it sounds like there's a hurricane in my room, and it sounds like I'm getting swept away. So, I'm not gonna, you know, I won't be doing any of those until, regular videos until I get, a mic back again. But I really wanted to make a video, about some remarks that, the Ugandan President made recently, and it's causing a lot of uproar, really, in internet circles. You know, in case you didn't hear, recently he signed a bill outlawing homosexuality, creating prison sentences for, you know, homosexual sort of behavior, and the like. And a lot of people are, you know, they're coming out in a fervor, and, you know, oh, he doesn't respect human rights, and you know, he's an absolute monster, he's a bigot. But what a lot of people tend to browse over in this video, or conveniently gloss over in his remarks, is the remarks he sort of made in regards to democracy in Uganda, and representing the opinion of the Ugandan people. Now in the video he of course did, you know, show some anti-gay sentiment. He deemed it as unnatural, which is an opinion shared by a lot of people, evidently shared by the African people. I mean, you know, a lot of people might argue, well, if maybe he was just against homosexuality, you know, maybe he manipulated the votes or something for this bill, and it's like, well, you'd think they'd have had some uproar right now if that had happened. You know, evidently the African people don't like homosexuality. They think it violates their sort of cultural values. You know, a lot of African countries, you know, have that sort of general opinion towards homosexuals. And what he actually says himself in this video is basically the interviewee, I think it was an interview with CNN, or the interviewer basically asks the Ugandan president, you know, what do you say to these human rights groups? We'll just call them liberals for now. And he just up and says, you know, well, the African people, for the most part, seem to have expressed this anti-sort-of-gay sentiment, and they want to uphold their societal values and their cultural sort of doctrines or rules, which is a very valid remark and a very valid argument against liberalism. You know, and he goes on to say, you know, well, who are the liberals, or who are these people to change that if the African people don't want this change? And you see, that's really valid, and it's a shame that people are glossing this over entirely. And you know, if the African people don't want this, for the most part, as they've shown through their votes and general sort of attitude towards the subject, who are the liberals, and who are we to force this upon them? I mean, we're not in that position. And really, people who say that we are in that position, well, you know, they're liberal to the core, or, you know, neo-liberal to the core at least. You know, the liberal agenda is essentially, you know, equality and human rights over democracy. You know, the government can be as tyrannical as you want, but as long as, you know, we can, but as long as our cultures are destroyed, and you know, as long as we can ignore science to pretend that all people are born the same, then, well, you know, who are we to you know, who are we to say anything? And it really is. I mean, there was a case just a few weeks back, an article came out, a lot of people were showing it on Poll and the like, I know it's Poll again, about a university professor, I forget was it Harvard, I think, Harvard University? I'll put a link to the thing in the description, but essentially this university professor, Sandra Korn, I think, spelled a K, yes I know, but we'll not get into that side of things, but she basically came out and said, well, you know, if people's opinions are interfering with the liberal agenda, so why should we tolerate people's opinions and their ability to express their opinions? Which is disturbing, to say the least. Now you have liberals, you know, openly calling for free speech to be quashed in the name of people not getting offended, which is grotesque and absurd, to be frank. Which is why, you know, you should just don't agree with liberals. So yeah, that's what I had to say about the matter. You know, if the African people want to preserve their cultural values and their society, or the Ugandan people, who are we to say otherwise?